was moving without purpose over bare and barren ground. I didn't know if I was getting lost or even trying to get found, unsure of my direction. I was painfully aware that when you don't know where you're going, well, any road will get you there. And I came across this shanty in the middle of nowhere, somewhere between the sea of hope and the desert of despair, and when I looked inside the room, the barman just met me with a stare. I asked him where I was, and he says, well, you're the only person who can really answer that. Because no matter where you go, that's where you're at. Well, I looked around the room for a map or a sign. I just saw three men, and they looked like their business would become mine because they wore the worn expression of men who've lived and know that the grass was greener elsewhere, but they didn't want to mow. The first one looked me over and he smiled at what he'd seen. He said, do you wonder where you're going? Or do you wonder where you've been? And I said, I heard my question wandered somewhere in between. He says, well, don't believe a thing you hear, and only half of what you see, because no matter where you go, that's where you'll be. And then the second man addressed me from somewhere in the bottom of his beer. He said, you know, every right or wrong step you ever took has finally brought you to here. But you don't need a new direction, you just need to learn that you can follow your footsteps back, but you can never return. The road behind you might be clear and the future dark and grey. But the trouble with stopping is believing that you can stay, and remember, living for tomorrow, it just means giving up today. So never look behind yourself, but don't look ahead too far, because no matter where you go, there you are. And the third man took my shoulder and he walked me to the door. He said, you know you're carrying it with you, that thing that you've been looking for. Just own your own decisions, and your path has to be the right one. And if you can't see a light up ahead, well then you might have to be the one to go up there and light one. Well, I've travelled many miles since then without a map or a guide, and a light will help you to see if you carry it on the inside and treasure each of your companions and the spaces you share. But they own their own decisions. They may decide not to meet you there. I've met two kinds of people, though I don't know which to claim. There are those who choose to watch, and there are those who choose to play the game, and our journeys vary, but our destinations are all the same. And the only thing I know for sure is you can plant your feet in clay, or you can reach out for a star, but no matter where you go, no matter where you go, there you are.